Welcome to Amp Test Tuesday.
We now welcome you to the test section of this disc.
This is really strange. This box has been sitting on my shelf for probably, I don't know, 3-4 months, maybe longer than that. I thought it was just another amp that they wanted me to test. Yeah, I finally opened it up and I had already tested this amp. Rusty sent this back to me. I don't even remember if I did this original test for them or if I did it for somebody else, but it's back and it's 7 years later. 340 amp fuses. Let's see how she does. It's supposed to be about 1200 watts. Look at that. I was just getting ready to make an amp test video out of this amp and I just realized I already tested it. But it's been 7 years. Let's hook this thing up and see if it still works, which I'm sure it does. It's DC audio. But let's see if it also still puts out its rated power, which it probably will because it's DC audio. So it's here. I got my test bench upgraded a little bit. Let's hook it up. Yeah, look at that. This thing is going on the wall or something. Keep in mind, this is on a 14 volt bank with one 10 amp charger. It's not even a power supply. It is a 10 amp charger. You see 3 chargers up there, but that's only because one is for the 12 volt bank, one is for the 14 volt bank, and one is for the 16 volt bank, which is not being used right now. Only the 14 volt bank is being used. Just in case you're wondering why that is the way it is, I use the 14 volt batteries to mimic your car running. Normally they sit around 14.8 volts when there's no charger on them at all, but I keep the little 10 amp charger on there so I can keep them fresh in between runs. So it's not some crazy voltage, it's just a little bit of a charge just to keep them fresh. So in case you're wondering, there it is. Alright, before it was 14 volt batteries. Now I have a real power supply. It passed almost 7 years ago. As you can see, this amp did pretty well. 2013. Let's see if it passes in 2020 still. Look at it.
1281 certified. There we go, uncertified. Woo, 1442. Nice. Very solid.
Let's try 0.8 ohms. Now the manufacturer might not recommend anything lower than 1 ohm, but go ahead and try it anyways. Usually doesn't hurt to go just a little bit below. I wouldn't go to a half an ohm with this amp, but definitely 0.8. Let's give it a shot and see if it can handle it. 1290. That's just from 1 ohm to 0.8 ohms.
All right, in the last test, we went down to 0.8. Let's do the same thing again. Let's try that. Look at that. Oh, 16 hundo. And it's not in protect. Badass. Hell yeah. What a difference a real power supply makes compared to those batteries that I had in here. What a difference. Alright. Yep. $1,700 watts, Brando. It just shows you can trust DC audio amps. It's still working 7 years later and putting out tons of power. Can't hate on that. 1200 watt amp, pushing 1500 watts or more. Back to back to back tests. This thing isn't even warmer than the temperature in the shop. It's just still cold. This amp is a tank. 7 years later, it still works perfect. Looks like I need to sign it and certify it. And as much as I want to keep this amp, I'm wondering if I should give it away. There you have it. Passed. So I'm heading home a little bit early. I really feel like I want to give this amp to somebody, but I really don't know the best way to do it to keep everything fair. So I'm just going to put it to you like this. Anybody that is interested in having this amp, I want you to leave a nice paragraph in the comments about why you think you should have this amp and what you're going to do with it if you do get it. And I will just pick somebody that I like. I'll pick a comment that I like, and that person will get it. So go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know why you want that DC audio amp. Let me know what you're gonna do with it, and I'll decide from there who's gonna get it. And it'll ship out quick. Thanks for watching, and good luck.